Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be going over Module 2 Part 1A, question number 5 from the course pack. In this question, we're looking at a random sample of single serving bags of M&Ms, and we're recording the weight of each bag. All of this data is stored in StatCrunch, so you can find it there. I'm going to be going over Part A and Part C, and going over the StatCrunch options and how we can use StatCrunch to answer these questions. So in Part A, we want to find the sample mean, sample median, sample standard deviation, and IQR. And so StatCrunch will do this very easily for us. So we're going to go over to StatCrunch. Within our StatCrunch group, you're going to search for M&M's weight. And so you can open that up. And you will see the data recorded here. So in order to find a table of our summary stats, we're going to go to Stat, Summary Stats, and we're going to go to Columns. Since our data is stored in columns, that is what we want to summarize over. And so first I'm going to select the M&M's weights in this select column option here. Next, I can see here in the statistics, all of the statistics listed here on the right side is what's going to be displayed once I hit compute. So in this question, I only want a couple of things, so I'm going to select them first on the left side of the menu. So if I select something there, it will pop up on the right saying that's what's going to be recorded once I compute my table. To select multiple statistics, you're going to hold down the control button and select. So I'm going to hold down control, select standard deviation, because that's another thing I wanted. I also wanted the median. And then lastly, I wanted the IQR. So now I see that all four of these are listed in the right side of the options here under statistics. Those are the four I want to be recorded for my M&M weights. So next I'm going to hit compute, and a nice summary table is given for me. So from this, I can then go back to my question and look at record all of these values that I want recorded, and I know more information about this data. Next part that I wanted to go over was Part C, in which it was making a graphical display of the data and pasting it here. And so the best graphical display for this that I chose is a histogram. Histograms are great for looking at quantitative data, so that's what I'm going to do here. So back over in StatCrunch. So within StatCrunch, we can go to Graph and Histogram to make a histogram. So again, I'm going to select the column that I want to make the histogram for, which is in this case M&M's weights. Some options here, you can select the type of frequency that you want to display, either a frequency or a relative frequency. I'm going to stick with frequency, which is the default, and I'm going to hit compute. And there we go. I have a nice, neat histogram all displayed here for me. Additional options here, if I wanted, I can go to options and edit, which brings me back to that menu page. If I scroll down, I can label my axes. So my x-axis, my y-axis, those are already labeled for me, so I'm going to leave them alone. I can also add a title. In this case, I'm going to keep it fairly simple and just title it M&M's weights histogram. And I'm good there. And so then once I'm done editing, I can hit compute again, and it will update this histogram for me. So when you're making a histogram, we want to make sure that we have a nice title. We want to have our axes labeled, which they are here, and we want to make sure that our bin width is correct. Here, this looks appropriate based on this data, so I'm going to leave it be. If I needed to adjust the bin width, again, I can go to options and edit, and I can adjust the bins here. You can choose to do that if you so wish, or if sometimes the histograms as default, they get a little funky, so we may need to adjust this. The other thing to note is when we are making comparative histograms, we really want to make sure that our bin width and our x-axis are the same, so that's something that you may need to adjust later on using that bin option. So I'm going to leave it be for now. I'm going to have my nice final histogram for my question 5, and I am done here.